Dear friend, now I explain the problems on conduction and breakdown in gases, conduction and breakdown in solids, problems on voltage multiplier circuits. First, problems on conduction and breakdown in gases. The problem given is, in an experiment in a certain gas, it was found that the steady state current is 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 8 amps at 8 kilovolt at a distance of 0.4 centimeter between the plane electrodes. Keeping the field constant and reducing the distance to 0.1 centimeter, the results in a current of 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 9 ampere. Calculate the Townsend's primary ionization coefficient alpha. Because the alpha is called as a Townsend's primary ionization coefficient. Okay, you already studied the theory, formula we should know. So now you can first the given data. The current at the anode I is given by, the formula is I is equal to I naught exponential alpha D. As per the Townsend theory, this is the current at the anode I. Okay, where I naught is the initial current and D is the gap distance. This is we already studied in the theory portion. The given data is D1, that is equal to 0.4 centimeter, D2 equal to 0.1 centimeter. The two distance is given here. You see, first the current is 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 8 at 8 kV. The distance is 0.4 centimeter between the plane electrodes. Again we have to maintain the field constant and reducing the distance from 0.4 to 0.1. At the time the current is 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 9 ampere. So therefore the first distance is D1 equal to 0.4 centimeter, D2 equal to 0.1 centimeter. The I1 is equal to first current I 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 8 amps, I2 equal to 5.5 into 10 to the power minus 9 ampere only. Okay, so from this formula and all, that means I is equal to I naught exponential alpha D, but here the D two different distances there, that's why D1 minus TD. Okay, yeah, and then again the formula is I1 divided by I2, that is equal to exponential alpha into D1 by D2. That means I is here I1, I naught is, that is the I2. So therefore you can I1 divided by I2 is equal to 10 exponential alpha D minus D1 is equal to 0.4 minus 0.1, that is equal to 0.3. So therefore the 10 equal to exponential 0.3 alpha. If you want to remove the exponential, you already know we take the natural logarithmic on both sides, automatically exponential, that means cancelled. So therefore here the natural logarithmic 10 equal to 0.3 alpha. From this line the alpha equal to 7.67 centimeter. This is the unit of the alpha. This is the Townsend gradient. Okay student, so given data, simple problem only, just 4 to 5 steps only. So you write the given data, the required data is nothing but the alpha, and then the formula suitable for the given data for getting the required data equal to I equal to I naught into exponential alpha D. Okay, then next problem 2. The problems on conduction and breakdown in solid. A solid dielectric specimen of dielectric constant of 4.0 shown in the figure has an internal void thickness 1 mm, which is represented in the figure. The specimen is 1 centimeter thick and is subjected to a voltage of 80 kilovolt, that is RMS value. If the void is filled with air and if the breakdown strength of the air can be taken as a 30 kV peak per centimeter. The required data is find the voltage at which an internal discharge can occur. This problem comes under conduction and breakdown in solid dielectrics. Okay, so now we can solve the problem. So the formula is, we already studied in the theory part. So the voltage that appears across the void formula, V1 equal to VD1 divided by D1 plus epsilon naught epsilon 1 into D2. D1 is given 1 mm, D2 is given in the problem 9 mm. So epsilon naught is the standard value, that should be constant 8.89 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter, but the epsilon 1 equal to epsilon r into epsilon naught only. Okay, epsilon r is the relative permittivity, epsilon naught is the absolute permittivity. So then you can epsilon r is the force, so that's why epsilon naught. So epsilon 1 is equal to 4 epsilon naught only. So this value we have to substitute in the formula. So therefore V1 equal to V into 1 divided by 1 plus 94, that is equal to 4V divided by 13. So therefore the voltage at which the air void of 1 mm thickness breaks down in 3 kV per mm into 1 mm, that is equal to 3 kV. So therefore the V1 equal to 13V divided by 4 only. So therefore 13 into 3 divided by 4, that is equal to 39 divided by 4, that is equal to 9.75 kilovolt peak. So the internal discharges appear in the sinusoidal voltage when the voltage reaches a value of 9.75 kV. Okay, so this is the required data. So here all the data is given, substitute in this formula, you can get the V1. Then from the V1, so okay, so you can substitute values, finally you are getting the 9.75 kilovolt peak, because the internal discharge appear in the sinusoidal voltage, because this is sinusoidal. So therefore when the voltage reaches a value of 9.7 kV peak to peak value. Okay, then the problems on voltage multiplier circuits. The Cockcroft-Walton type voltage multiplier has 8 stages with capacities all equal to 0.05 microfarad. The supply transformer secondary voltage is 125 kV at a frequency of 150 Hz. If the load current to be supplied is 5 milliamps, find first one is the percentage ripple, second one is the regulation, third one is the optimum number of stages for minimum regulation or voltage drop. Okay, first required data, calculation of percentage ripple. The formula is the ripple voltage del V equal to, that is I divided by Fc into n plus 1 divided by 2. I is given in the problem 5 milliamps, which converted into amps. Frequency is 150 Hz. C is equal to 0.05 microfarad. The number of stages is okay, but number of capacitors n equal to 16. Now these values substitute in the delta V formula. I by Fc. I is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by F is 150 Hertz, and then C is equal to 0.05 into microfarad 10 to the power minus 6 into n. Okay, n is that is 16 into n plus 1 means 17 divided by 2. So finally the ripple voltage del V equal to 90.7 kilovolt. Then the percentage ripple formula is del V into 100 divided by 2n V maximum. This is the formula, already we studied in the theory part. Okay, so therefore del is 90.7 into 100 divided by 2 into 8 into 125, that is equal to 4.53 percentage. Okay, this is the calculation of what percentage ripple. Okay, then we second required data, calculation of regulation. The calculation of regulation, the formula is voltage drop del V equal to I by Fc into 2 by 3 n cube plus n squared by 2 minus n by 6. So I equal to 5 milliamps, so therefore 5 into 10 to the power 3. Fc equal to 150 Hertz. C is equal to 0.05 microfarad, so that's why into 10 to the power minus 6. 2 divided by 3, n is equal to 8 cube. 1 divided by 2, that is n 8 squared, minus n by 6, 8 by 6, that is equal to 248 kV. So therefore the regulation formula is equal, formula V is equal V divided by 2n V maximum. So therefore 248 divided by 28 into 125, okay, and then that is equal to 124 divided by 1000, that is equal to 12.4 percentage. This is the calculation of a regulation. Then next, calculation of optimum number of stages, which is denoted by n optimum, that is since n greater than 5, okay. N optimum equal to root of V maximum Fc divided by I. So therefore the root of V maximum is 125. Okay, that is the 125 kV. That's why we are putting 125 into 10 to the power 3, and then capacitance, that is 0.05 into 10 to the power minus 6, and then divided by I is equal to frequency 150 divided by I is equal to 5 milliamps. That's a 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. Finally we are getting the 14 stages. So the calculation of optimum number of stages used in the voltage multiplier, how much? That is 13.69, that is nearly equal to 14 stages only. Thank you students for listening this class.